Hello my honeys and welcome back to my channel. I am Bumblebee Fern and today I wanted to take some time with you and share with you my elderberry syrup recipe and a little spell that I like to enchant it with. It is something that I make every year, especially around cold and flu season, and it always seems to bring health and happiness to my little ones and my family. Elderberry syrup is really one of those superfoods that can help nourish your body and boost immunity. So the ingredients I used are elderberries, honey, clove. I use whole clove. You can also use powdered clove if you wish. Cinnamon sticks, and same goes for that. You can use powdered cinnamon or cinnamon sticks. I used goji berries and also half a lemon. Another thing that you can use that I did not happen to have on hand are rose hips. They're super high in vitamin C. Elderberries are an amazing antioxidant and also have a very high amount of vitamin C, which helps boost your immune system instead of using antibiotics or other things that can be harmful to your body and your gut flora. So with honey, you definitely want to use raw honey. I am a big advocate for organic, but if you can get raw is in this case a lot more important than organic is, because with honey, you're dealing with bees, and bees you can't tell to only go for the organic flowers. So after talking to a couple of beekeepers in my area, I have found that from the research I've done, or raw is definitely more important than organic. So the first step of our elderberry syrup making process is to get all our ingredients together and sanitize, or at least wash, all of the items you'll be using. So the first step of our syrup making process is to boil 4 cups of water. So bring that water to a boil, and once it is boiling, you can add in your elderberries, your cloves, cinnamon, your goji berries, and your rose hips if you decide to put those in there as well. So with the elderberries, for every 4 cups of water, I use 2 cups of elderberries. If you are adding in rose hips, you can also add in between 1/4 and 1/2 cup of rose hips. I like to take a minute or two to stir in a clockwise motion with my wooden spoon and just really think about what each of the ingredients are being used for. So after those ingredients have been boiling together for a minute or two and you've set all of your intentions, while stirring, you will be turning it down to a simmer and then leaving it for 30 to 45 minutes, or at least until it reduces by about half. So at this step, as the boiling dies down a little bit and you can see your concoction, your brew simmering together, I also like to kind of give thanks and say a blessing. I usually make this up by myself, and I personally like to sing or to hum my blessings, but something about whatever elements or deities or the universe, whoever you draw your power from, the moon even, of course, whoever you draw your power from or whatever you draw your power from, kind of give thanks and ask for abundance and protection, healing, things like that. And like I said, I usually hum this or sing it over my pot with my hands over, as you see in the video. And then at the end, I like to state my intentions once more. And then after that, I clap to really ignite those energies and my intention in that energy that I am putting out there into the universe. So that after I'm done saying my blessing, I will put the lid on there. You don't want to put it all the way on, but just leave it cracked a little bit so that the steam is able to escape so that it may reduce. And after that, grab your book and a cup of tea to wait for 30 to 45 minutes. After it's done simmering and has reduced by about half, go ahead and turn that heat off and leave it to cool until it is able to be handled. So I like to wait until it is maybe just a little bit warmer than room temperature or body temperature, because you will be waiting until this point to put your honey in. So after it is just warm to the touch, I will add in 1.5 cups of honey. So you'll keep stirring until the mixture has thickened just a little bit from the honey, and you will see you will be able to feel that your honey is all the way incorporated into the mixture. And at this point, your syrup is complete. So I bottle it up, and this amount is the amount you will get with when you double the recipe. And I like to add a smaller amount into a container that it's easy to pour. So for serving, You can look this up and kind of tweak this to what feels right for you, but for me, I use around half a teaspoon of syrup for my little ones, for kids. And then for my husband and I, for adults, we use around a tablespoon to a half a tablespoon to a tablespoon per serving. So we take 1 serving per day when we are trying to prevent sickness. So especially during this time where there's a lot of sickness going around, or during cold and flu season normally, we will take 1 serving per day. And if you do happen to get sick, then I've read that it is good to take it every 3 to 4 hours. So 1 serving every 3 to 4 hours, and until the symptoms cease. So I think it's very important. I've been trying to avoid it in my videos because I want to give y'all, just like I enjoy, I want to give you all some place to come where you can kind of forget the craziness and the scariness that is going on in the world right now. But at the same time, I wanted to start to turn my direction for some of my videos as support during this time, and maybe some guidance that I'm finding works for me. So I really love that I can create something with my unboxings and some of my more cheery ritual videos that can kind of bring you away from the reality of what is happening right now. But at the same time, I wanted to also acknowledge what is going on and the reality of it and the severity of it, and recognize that it is important. So something that I have been kind of realizing, and as I've been looking around and when we go out and drive in our Jeep, I have been seeing a lot of families together walking their dogs and kind of just walking around, getting some fresh air, getting out of their house. And it is the first time I've really seen that, besides when that Pokemon Go thing came out and everybody was walking around like crazy. But that is the first time I've really seen families get together and just everybody is out kind of trying to enjoy each other and appreciate, or just enjoy the time that they have together and the calmness in their lives right now, in that aspect of being able to stay home from work, not have to commute, not have to drive and deal with traffic and all of the other hecticness that comes with daily life. So another amazing thing that kind of brightens my day and helps me see the bright side of things. So the things that are going on right now is something that hasn't happened in over 100 years, and really nobody alive today has experienced something of this magnitude, where you can go to the store and all the shelves are bare, or there's signs on the ground that tell you how far you have to stay away from everybody, and the lockdowns and quarantines that most of us, I think, are going through, if not self-quarantining. So, but it is a time in the world where, for the first time that I can really remember, that everybody in the world has something in common, and we are all going through this together, and we are all able to connect with each other in this way, where the last time something like this did happen, and I think it was around 1916, and I can't even tell you what it was. I think it might have been the Spanish flu. Don't quote me on that because I'm terrible with my history. But yes, back then, when this did happen, there were a lot fewer people in the world, and they definitely weren't as connected as we are nowadays with our social media and our different platforms that we can reach out to each other and provide inspiration and care and being able to uplift each other in the way I have been seeing our community do so much of. So that is the way I am looking at it. I mean, I hope this video finds you well and healthy, and you aren't too impacted by the quarantining and the staying home from work, because I know there are people out there who are being severely impacted. So I hope that if that is you, that things kind of settle down soon for you and you just keep pushing forward, because like I said, we're all in this together and we will make it out. And if we look around us during spring, I mean, it's springtime right now, and the earth has not stopped. Mother Nature has not stopped, with whether that be with natural disasters that are happening, or even all the blooming flowers that I've been seeing on the side of the road, and just the greenery on all the life that is being renewed around us. So if you get too stressed out, I hope you can take some time and go outside, get into nature, get some fresh air, and enjoy the flowers and the blooms that are out right now. So I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me and Chrysanthemum, and I hope you enjoy my recipe and can make some for yourself or your family and it serves you well. So thank you so much for joining me. Blessed be, and I wish you all health and abundance in these crazy times. I'll see you later. Bye.